Bonjour, aujourd'hui nous allons faire principalement de la conjugaison avec différents verbes. Le verbe voir, c'est un verbe irrégulier. Et aussi nous allons voir la différence entre le verbe savoir et connaître. D'accord? So we're going to do conjugation, the verb to see, which is voir, and the difference between the verb to know and to know. We have two of them in French. Okay, so let's start right away. I'm going to do as usual, share my document. Microsoft, okay? And I'm going to write le verbe voir, d'accord? Voir. Super, that's mean to see. To see, d'accord? To see, tac. Oh yes, and of course, we're chapter 9, part 1, by the way. Underline, okay. And I need to put everything in French, probably. Yeah, chapter 9, part 1. Dun, dun, whoa, English. French. Okay, so it's a OIR verb, but you're going to see we conjugate that this way. Je vois, tu vois, il, elle, on voit. And regardez ici, regardez, watch what we're doing here. For nous and vous, we're going to switch the I by a Y. D'accord? Nous voyons, vous voyez, and then il. Oopsie. Il, elle, voit. D'accord? So, we're going to put S. Can I put that in right here? S. So we drop the R, we put S, 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 T, and then we put O and S. Easy. And ENT. Oh, that's funny. But be careful. Look what we do here. We put that in purple, maybe. Okay. We switch the I to a Y. Okay. So here we're going to have to be careful that the I become a Y. Okay. So be careful with those irregular one. Just, I often say, I don't ask you to know all of them. What I ask is that I want you to be able to recognize them, and then you can go check them. Okay. So now, that's it. That means it's going to be je vois des oiseaux dans l'arbre. D'accord? I see some bird in the tree. Dans l'arbre. D'accord? Dans l'arbre. Okay, I have a typo here. Dans l'arbre, okay. I see some bird in the tree. Nous voyons des oiseaux dans l'arbre. D'accord? We see some bird in the trees. D'accord? But let's put that in past tense. Past tense. Passé composé, for example. Passé composé. It's going to be j'ai vu des oiseaux dans l'arbre. D'accord? I have seen. D'accord? And you see, by the way, I have a trick for you here. The verb ending in OIR, usually the past participle in passé composé, you drop everything, you keep the first letter and you put a U. D'accord? That's a fun one to remember. Watch. Boire. That's not in this chapter, it's going to be bu. D'accord? Voir. It's going to be vu. Avoir. It's going to be not just U, but it's going to be U like that. D'accord? It's going to be U. Vouloir. That's going to be a good one. Vouloir is going to be a tiny bit different because if I drop everything and I put a U, it's going to be the same as voir, right? So it's going to be voulu. D'accord? Devoir. Du. D'accord? Accent circonflexe, merci. Because if we don't put an accent circonflexe, it makes us think of from. So avoir eu, and then maybe pleuvoir, pleuvoir, plus. Okay? So that's just a little extra. It is not in this chapter, I don't think so. But it's a little reminder of the past participle. D'accord? Passé composé, j'ai vu. VU. Dun, 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 dun. And I'm going to put that maybe in green. Passé composé, and here I can do that. Voir. OK? J'ai vu des oiseaux dans l'arbre. OK. Donc maintenant, now, what we're going to do, we're going to do les verbes savoir et connaître. Which mean to know. So according to certain contexts, we're going to use one or the other. Bold, underline, italic. Okay? You're going to see in the book, they tell you, oh, you use one if you know something, blah, 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 or don't really know, or know, or I don't know what it is. Me, what I like to say is that it's savoir plus a verb and connaître plus a noun. D'accord? And that's really nice. Je sais parler français. D'accord? And here, je connais Sébastien. D'accord? And parler, guess what? That's a verb. Okay? And Sébastien, guess what? That's a noun. So it works pretty well. D'accord? Je connais Sébastien. Boom. So this is how I like to do it. Okay? If you have a verb, you use savoir. If you have a noun, you use connaître. Except if you know something by heart. Okay? Heart, like that, maybe. Ooh, how do we write heart? Oh, I wish I knew that. Oh, I got it right. Okay. Except if you know something by heart, like address or phone number. Okay. You can use both in this case. You can use both if you know something by heart. D'accord? So it can be, je sais le numéro de téléphone, je connais le numéro de téléphone. Je sais le numéro de téléphone. Very good. Je connais le numéro de téléphone. Personally, I prefer the first one. I prefer the second one. I like to follow the rule. With a noun, I use connaître. But the reality is that you can use both. D'accord? So that doesn't matter. Then what you're going to want to know, how do you conjugate them? Maybe that's not a bad idea to put that here as well. Huh? Savoir, je sais, tu sais, il, elle. Wow, what did I do? Elle, on sait, nous savons, vous savez, il, elle, savent. D'accord? Et ensuite, connaître. Je connais, tu connais, il, elle, on connaît, nous connaissons, vous connaissez, and il, elle connaissent. D'accord? So that's going to be for those verbs. They are irregular, as you can see, but nothing super complicated once you write them down. So now you start to realize that we have a lot of irregular verbs. And that's going to be maybe the tricky part about French, because you're like, okay, it's an ER verb on this kind of verb, I know to conjugate it, and in fact, it's going to be an irregular one. Always double check the fact that you're going to do your exercise and your homework, that's going to help you a lot. That's going to help you a lot with your conjugation. The more you do it, the better you get. Again, if you have a doubt, go on the becherel.com. Okay, there is a link of the website at the beginning of this module, and you have a doubt, double check it. I'm fine with that. I would rather you to double check it and to get it right than not double check it and get it wrong. D'accord? I think that's pretty much it for this chapter. I think you're going to see there is some revision about the imperative. We've done it before, right? The imperative, it's when you give an order to someone and you don't use the subject. So it would be like listen, go, start, okay? And according, if it's one person, it's going to be tu, or if it's couple people, it's going to be vous, and if you are included, it's going to be nous. Okay, but we don't write the subject pronoun. So nothing complicated with that. You can see it's going to be in your book. That will be page 302. Some review. It's always nice. So you see, we are in chapter 9. We're going to start doing a review of the entire chapter. This is what's going to happen in the next 2 chapters. D'accord? Well, thank you so much. If you have any question, you know what to do. You go on Canva and you come in the discussion section, you ask your question, and I'm going to be happy to answer to it. Well, merci beaucoup, and I'm going to see you next time. Au revoir.